Mayoral Memo with Mathew Dickerson from Dubbo Regional Council.
And at 7:11 in the morning, between now and 9 o'clock, we're going to be whipping around and talking to some of the people we've been speaking to over the last 12 months. And a man that's been very generous with his time for us, and we thank him very much indeed for that, is Dubbo Mayor Mathew Dickerson. Good morning, sir.
On the contrary, I was thinking that how generous you've been with your time to let me talk to your listeners. So thank you, Kerry.
Thank you very much indeed for that. Now, of course, it's been an interesting year to say the least, hasn't it?
It has been, and obviously one of the things that you don't really plan on is a pandemic and then floods and obviously coming out of a drought and a mouse plague. Hopefully 2023, I've been saying it a little bit lately, hopefully we can have a, in inverted commas, normal year in 2023, but we can only wish for that.
Yeah, and of course the other thing that I've been talking to most people about too at the moment is with the flood damage and the weather that we've had, roads are a little bit treacherous at the moment. I mean, gangs are working on them at this particular stage, but, people should still take extra care, shouldn't they?
You really got to drive to the conditions, and one of the things that I've found as I've driven around the roads, Kerry, has been that you see some shadows on the road as you're driving along, and we've got beautiful trees along some of the sides of our roads, but some of those shadows are potholes and some of those shadows are just plain old shadows. So sometimes you can get a bit tricked into thinking the road looks in pretty good condition as you go ahead, and then you hear a big whack as you hit a pothole as you drive along. So you do have to drive to the conditions and be a bit conscious of it. Also conscious of those road crews that have been out there working incredibly hard trying to get the roads back in some sort of order, but they're not miracle workers. They can't make it happen overnight. So they have to be working out there at all sorts of hours, and you've got to be considerate of those people as well.
And, of course, at the Dubbo area, you are encouraging people to come and visit because this is the lifeblood of our region to a certain extent. And, of course, I know that your air services are doing fairly well, but if you're on the roads, then please do visit.
Absolutely right. Whichever way you come, we don't mind if you come by rail or road or air, but we've got some wonderful things. The zoo obviously is our number one tourist attraction. 300,000 people a year, every year, come to the zoo, Kerry. So that's just a fantastic spot to go. But with the old Dubbo Jail, with the new Royal Flying Doctor Service Visitor Experience Centre, with the caves, the Wellington Caves, of course, we've got there, but even just the retail environment. The number 2 employer in Dubbo is retail. So there's a huge retail environment there for retail shopping, and some people love to just relax and shop as they walk around. Our Trackaryley Cycleway is a great spot to go for a walk or a run. 4 park runs in 8 days over Christmas, Kerry, with Christmas Day and New Year's Day as 2 bonus park runs. If you love your park runs, come along and have 4 park runs in 8 days. So there's a whole range of things to do, or just sit around and relax, just enjoy the ambience of Dubbo.
Sounds good to me. Thank you, sir. And to you and yours, all the compliments of the season, and have a safe and Christmas and New Year period. And we will catch up very early in the new year.
Yeah, thank you, Kerry, and same to you and your listeners.
Thank you very much for that. There we go. Dubbo Mayor.
Mayoral Memo with Mathew Dickerson from Dubbo Regional Council.